Parents often ask me, how do I teach my child independent living skills? Well, let's first define our term. Independent living skills means the acts of daily living that even if a person has an intellectual disability like Down syndrome or autism, they're able to do certain things by themselves without adult assistance. And so classic examples are dressing themselves, feeding themselves, using the toilet by themselves without adult assistance. Well, when a child is 1 year old, they're going to need assistance. But little by little, shway, we build independent living skills by one, being a role model, letting a child see us do independent living skills, and by talking about the independent living skill as we are dressing a baby, for example, as we are dressing a young toddler. What's the definition of young toddler? A 1-year-old. 1-year-olds have a harder time putting their clothes on. So sometimes adults helping the child put their arms in the sleeves of their shirt or putting their legs in their pants helps. Therefore, the adult should be saying what they're doing as they're doing it, and then the child, by the time they're 2, and definitely by the time they're 3, should be dressing themselves completely by themselves, and assuming there is no intellectual disability, even using the toilet by themselves. If this is a child with a developmental disability, like autism or Down syndrome, then it is particularly important to assist these children in developing independent living skills, because they may not be able to dress themselves or even say their first word until roughly age 4, which is typically longer than the typical developing child will start having fluid language, 3-word sentences. So it is important, if a child has a special need like Down syndrome or autism, they might only have 1-word sentences at age 4, even though the average 1-year-old will have 1-word sentences. So we have to have a great deal of sabr, patience, while we're facilitating independent living skills. Never, abadan, yell at a child for not doing things independently, and never do things for a child that the child is physically capable of doing for him or herself, such as going to get water, such as putting food in his or her mouth with a spoon. If the child has difficulty putting the food in the mouth with a spoon, then it is better for the adult to put their hand on the child's hand to facilitate the child learning that independent living skill, rather than feeding the child, so that the child will, by the time they're an adult, will have adequate independent living skills. Thank you for listening.
مرحبا ماما. مهارة القص هي مهارة يمكن للطفل ذو 3 سنوات القيام بها. تعمل هذه المهارة على تنمية عدة جوانب. أولا، تطوير الحركات الدقيقة المهمة من أجل الكتابة واللغة. ثانيا، تعزيز التناسق البصري الحركي. ثالثا، تعزيز التفاعل الاجتماعي من خلال العمل على المهارة في نشاط جماعي ممتع. يجب أن تتم هذه الأنشطة تحت إشراف شخص وبمواد آمنة.